welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. I'm Cheryl. This is Table Full of Joy. And friends, I've got an exciting video for you today. This is videos in collaboration with my sweet friend Clarissa from Sunny in the Suburbs and my sweet friend Amanda from Her Homemaking Heart. This is our monthly dessert collaboration. This month we are doing fall desserts. And friends, I am bringing you along with me today as we head out to the farm, find some beautiful fresh fall produce, and go home and do some baking together. Grabbed my coffee this morning from Dutch Bros, which is something I don't normally do, but I did have some money on a gift card that was given to me a long time ago. I haven't used it for a while. Thought I would treat myself this morning to some coffee, so I grabbed myself a caramel pumpkin spice breve, one of my favorites this time of year, and we're headed to the farm. We're almost there. We're gonna do some fun fall baking today. I am a little bit tired this morning. I'm still recuperating from an incredible party we had last night. If you missed that video, I will leave a link in the description box for you guys for all the preparation leading up to that. Two of my sweet friends from church, Shelly and Linda, both celebrated their birthdays last night with a cowboy-themed murder mystery birthday party, and it was incredible. None of us drink, but it was so fun. I'm so tired. It was just incredible. I've never experienced anything like that before. If you've never done a murder mystery party before, I highly recommend it. In that video, I left a link for the website that they used, so please go check that out if you're interested in ever doing one of those parties. It's super fun. But we are almost at the farm. We're gonna go see what kind of fresh fall produce that they have got, so we can do some baking, bros. Let's go. Friends, we grabbed a few things. It was very crowded in there. I just realized they're doing pumpkin hay rides this weekend, and so it was packed. And so I was trying to film as much as I could. I did get these, and they're the best. This is a tradition. I need to come back out here again with my husband because this is the thing every single year. To come out here and get a warm apple cider donut. They are the best. Oh my gosh. Okay. We need to go. So good. We're gonna head down the road to the other farm. There's another one just down the street that I want to go look at real quick. Trying to buckle one-handed. So yeah, we're gonna go see what Groundworks has. This was Thistledown Farms. It's in technically it's in Eugene, but it's kind of Junction City as well, on the outskirts. Phenomenal family-owned farm. They have incredible stuff out here. So we got a bunch of stuff. I'll show you the haul when we get home, and we're gonna get some baking done. So let's head to Groundworks. All right, friends, we grabbed a few things at Groundworks Organics. We've got some fun videos coming up. I'm so excited. I wasn't really sure what all I was going to be able to get today at the two places, but I did get some things and I'm excited. So if you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Friends, let's head to Fred Meyer really quick. We need to grab a few things that I could not get at the farms, just regular stuff. And then let's head home. All right, friends, we are back from the farm. Got a little shadow over here. The sun's coming through. Our beautiful crisp fall morning turned into, I don't know, what is it, 70 degrees outside. It's warm. I need to take my sweatshirt off now, but I'm gonna flip you guys around and let you see what we picked up at the farm this morning. All right, so starting back here in the corner, we went to Thistledown. Of course, we had to get the apple cider donuts because they are incredible. We grabbed some we grabbed some pears, a hazelnut pancake and waffle mix. I've seen that, I wanted to try it. So we went ahead and grabbed that for some pancakes, some of their delicious apple cider, grabbed some apples, some onions, some zucchini, some green onions, and some garlic. And then we went to our Groundworks Organic. We grabbed these beautiful carrots still on the greens. This is the eggplant that I was telling you about. We're gonna make some eggplant parm. I grabbed a couple of delicata squash, some jalapenos. We grabbed a spaghetti squash, our pumpkin squash, our pumpkin. We are gonna cook this and make some pumpkin puree for some delicious pumpkin recipes this fall. And then this is a squash, and I cannot remember the name of it. I'll leave it down in the description box for you guys, or down in you'll see it right here when you guys watch this. It'll be right there for you guys to see. Never have seen this kind of squash before. Thought we would give it a try this year and see how this tastes. So we are going to get some baking done for this collaboration, this fall collaboration. We've got two fun recipes for you guys. So let's get in the kitchen. All right, friends, we are gonna get started on our first recipe. We are gonna make some pumpkin pear bundt cakes. I am in a bundt cake season apparently, because this is like the fourth time I've made bundt cakes this year. So we're gonna spray our bundt pan really quick. We wanna make sure we can get these out of our pan and that they're not stuck. This is a really super easy recipe. I'm actually taking these to church tomorrow for elder lunch. I'm making them some sliders, French dip sliders. That's what I was trying to think of. So let's get our recipe put together really quick. Super, super easy. Oven's hot, so let's get going. We're gonna start with our dry ingredients first, because that seems to be the easiest. So we need 3 cups of all-purpose flour. All right, there's our 3 cups of flour. We need 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. I'm using my half teaspoon. There's our baking soda. We need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. A little bit extra won't hurt. We need a half teaspoon of nutmeg. And a half teaspoon of cloves, ground cloves. And a pinch of salt. I'm excited to eat these, or to try these bundt cakes. The pears were gifted to us by a friend from church. Let's get our dry stuff all mixed together. Then we're gonna move on and do our wet. And that's where the twist is gonna come in for this recipe. I will leave my changes in the description box down below. We need 1 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. I am using 2 eggs instead of 3 because I'm going to substitute the oil in this as well as one of the eggs for pumpkin. Because I really want to have some pumpkin in this recipe. So instead of the 1/4 cup of oil, we're going to use a 1/4 cup of pumpkin, which is 4 tablespoons. And then we're also going to use a tablespoon of pumpkin for one of the eggs. We've also got a half a cup of sour cream. All right, let's get these all mixed together, and then we're going to incorporate our dry into our wet. I've got sour cream all over me, flour all over me. It smells like fall already. All right, we're gonna set this aside. My dry ingredients, let's go ahead and incorporate our dry, and then we will peel our pears. You're not really baking if you're not making a mess in your kitchen. I am making a mess. I'm dropping flour all over the floor, but that's okay. Calls for about 1/4 cup. I rarely have milk in my house. So when I do, I'm always looking for ways to use it because we don't drink milk. This is a beautiful batter. All right, before we overmix it, let's go ahead and get our pears dealt with so that we can get those diced up and put in our, I'm gonna have to use a knife. So here's our diced fresh pears. We're gonna fold those into our batter just gently because I don't want to overmix this. Make sure we get them all in here. If they fly out of the bowl, make sure you grab them. I think these are going to be delicious. We are going to put a maple glaze on these that I think is going to be absolutely incredible. All right, there is our batter. I'm going to use my cookie scoop to portion these out. And I don't want to overfill these. So I'm thinking probably 2 or 3 scoops is going to be plenty of batter for these. Just kind of push it down in there. You can do, if you don't have a mini Bundt pan like this one, you can certainly do these in a muffin pan. You can do them in a full-size Bundt pan if you want to. You could even do these in just a regular cake pan. I just tend to be in a season of Bundts for some reason. I just love them. They are so stinking cute. And especially for what I'm using these for tomorrow, for our elder lunch at church. These are perfect to be able to give everybody their own individual little dessert. Is going to be incredible. We're going to put these in the oven and let them bake. While our Bundt cakes are in the oven, let's go ahead and get our scones mixed up really quick. This is a super easy recipe, super fast. You can make these for a delicious brunch. If you have a fall brunch coming up, put out some beautiful eggs and some scones and maybe some fruit and call it breakfast. So, or call it brunch. So let's get these made real. All right, so let's get our spices in here. We need a teaspoon of cinnamon. And I can't get my teaspoon in there, so we're just gonna eyeball it and call that a teaspoon. A little bit of extra cinnamon isn't gonna hurt. We need a half a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. It smells so good in here already with all of these spices going. Wow, friends. All right, we need a half a teaspoon of nutmeg and a half a teaspoon of ground cloves. And 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. That. So we need a half of a stick or 3/4 of a stick of ice cold butter. Make sure that your butter is extremely cold. This is what you want when you're making a scone. You want your butter really cold, kind of like with any kind of pastry, because your cold butter, as it melts in the oven, it kind of evaporates and it creates steam, which gives you really flaky layers. We're just gonna cut off about that much. We'll just set that aside. I'll wrap it in this paper again when I'm done, but I want to get my butter cut up. We want this cut in pretty small pieces. It's going to make it a little bit easier to incorporate this into our dry ingredients. There's that. I'll just put this, wrap this in this paper. I'm making bread later for dinner tonight, so I'll just have that out and we'll have that with our bread. All right, so we're just going to cut our butter into our flour and spice and sugar mixture real quick, and we'll move on with our recipe. Friends, our last couple of ingredients, we need to put in 1 egg. If I can get it separated. We have 3/4 of a cup of pumpkin. You want this to be pumpkin puree, not pumpkin filling. And my thing is just being a pain today. We need 2 tablespoons of milk. 1, 2. I'm going to use a fork to combine this. All right, so I'm going to just pat this out into a disc the size that I want. All right, I'm going to take my bench scraper. We want this into 8 pieces. We're going to bake these at 425. They're a little bit sticky. All right, there's our pumpkin scones. They're gonna bake at 425 for about 10 to 12 minutes. Friends, here are our beautiful pumpkin pear bundt cakes. They look and smell incredible. We're gonna get them out of our pan and onto this cooling rack. We're gonna get the rest of them scooped in here and get them in the oven. Wow, do they look incredible, friends. Here are all of our little bundt cakes. They look incredible. We're gonna mix up a little bit of glaze super quick. I've got a little bit of, need to open this. This is a vanilla bourbon maple syrup. And we're gonna put a little bit of this in our, if I can get it open. We're gonna put a little bit of this in our powdered sugar, along with a little bit of heavy cream. I like to make my glazes, smells pretty good. I like to make my glazes with heavy syrup or with heavy cream instead of milk. I think they tend to be a little bit thicker. They stand up a little bit better on your cakes or donuts or whatever it is that you're putting glazes on. I think they just turn out a little bit better. So we're gonna mix this around. We'll add a little bit more heavy cream if we need to. But I want to get this to a drizzling consistency. All right, that looks perfect consistency. That's exactly what I want right there. And I think we're just going to use our whisk. Why dirty up more dishes? So we're just going to get some on the end of our little whisk right here, and we're just going to whisk this right on top of our little cakes. They're very rustic fall pear pumpkin bundt cakes. They look incredible. These look so good, friends. So, oh my gosh, those look so good. These need to sit now and let the icing set up, and we're waiting for our scones to come out of the oven. Friends, here's our pumpkin scones. We're gonna get these onto our cooling rack. We'll let these cool for probably a good half an hour or so. And then we're gonna put a delicious glaze on these to finish them off. And our scones are cool now. We're gonna go put our glaze on these and let these set up, and these are gonna be delicious. And I think instead of putting cinnamon in these, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use up some of my chai spice that I have. This is chai spice that I made, I don't know, a week or so ago. I needed it for another recipe and could not find it in the store. So I just bought it and put it in there. I think I'm gonna put just a tiny bit of pumpkin in here. Why not? We have it. Let's put our heavy cream in this. And let's give this a good whisk. I'm just gonna use my whisk. I've done enough dishes the last 2 days. So we're gonna just use our whisk. I think that looks good. Oh my gosh. Friends, that smells so good. And that little tiny bit of pumpkin that we put in there is gonna make this glaze incredible. So we're just gonna do this with our whisk. We're just gonna drizzle some on here right out of the bowl with our whisk. I'm actually gonna go deliver these to some friends because, as I said, I've had a lot of treats in our house the last few days and my husband does not want them anymore. He loves all the things that I make, but when I'm in baking season, I love to just bless my friends and my family and my neighbors and anybody else that I can, because like I said, my husband, he loves them, but he loves them too much. And it's just not good for us to eat a whole lot of this stuff. So I just get to bless other people. So these are gonna be delicious. All right, friends, we made some delicious Bundt cakes over here with our delicious fresh pears from the farm. We made some delicious pumpkin scones this morning. And friends, I want to thank my sweet friends Clarissa from Sunny in the Suburbs and Ashley from Her Homemaking Heart for hosting this collaboration. Cannot wait to see what everybody else made for this month's Dessert Collab. So make sure that you check out the playlist in the description box for all the other incredible channels that put out some beautiful food. Can't even talk. Some beautiful food, beautiful recipes, desserts for this month. And make sure you go show our hosts some love. I'll leave a link in the description box also for their channels, so you can go check them out. I've really enjoyed getting to know them over the last couple of months. And friends, if you're here from the collaboration, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you'll stick around. Hit that subscribe button up there. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we upload a video. Friends, we've got so many fun recipes. As you saw, we got so many beautiful things at the farm this morning. So there's a lot of fun videos coming out and you don't want to miss them. So make sure that you're subscribed. And friends, we'll talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day.